Hey everyone. Um, just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting Trena and my family. Um, I didn't really write anything down because I figured it just kind of sound scripted or whatever, and I didn't really want to sound that way. So I guess just sharing a little bit about my dad and what he meant to me. He's the greatest guy that I've ever known, and strongest dude that I've ever known. And he taught me a lot of stuff in life, and a couple of things that always stood out to me, and I guess I tried to live by them. Were some life lessons that he taught me. Always stand up for what you believe in. Don't ever ask anybody to do anything that you yourself wouldn't do, and take care of your stuff. That's what he would always say. Take care of your stuff, Ty. And I think those couple of life lessons that he gave me, it shaped who I am today. But he was also a little bit of a jokester. I think everybody knew that. He always had a pretty good sense of humor. Also a little bit stubborn. I think we all knew that as well. But I think that was, that's one of my favorite things about Dad. And he always just, marched to the beat of his own drum. And he was always going to do things kind of his way. And I always really appreciated that. He stuck to his guns. But yeah, he was always kind of a jokester. And his sense of humor is, I think, what he passed along to me. One of the funnier things he said recently, he was smoking, and the doctors were telling him, like, you gotta quit smoking. And he said, why, doc? Is that what's gonna kill me? And I always had a sense of humor. Yeah, I'm sorry, sniffling in the mic. Yeah, I'm just glad everybody, came out to see us and, say bye to Dad. I'm sure you'd appreciate that you're all here. And yeah. So Dad wasn't the most traditional guy, I guess. We all know that. And so in keeping in that theme, Dad and Trena wanted to invite anybody to come up here and share any memories or any words about Dad, if y'all wanted. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave the mic open for anybody that wants to come up here. Thanks, y'all.
Words can't express how dear Dad was to all of us. He was the rock of our family. I thought he could do anything. He was a very unique, one-of-a-kind, good-natured person. And I'm eternally grateful to have him as my dad. He was always fun. Every moment with him was good. He always made it a good time. He always made us laugh. He made every time with him a good time. I think that's what resonated with us the most. I'll always cherish him and everything he taught us. I just want to thank everybody for coming.
Hello. To those of you who don't know me, I am the youngest of my fathers, my mom. My name's Chance, or True, or False, or Skinny Goo, as he used to call me. I didn't really plan anything to say either, because I couldn't write anything. But my father was a great man, and thank everybody for coming out here. I really appreciate it, especially my friends. They've been so supportive, and my family's been super supportive too, and we've been trying to just get through this. But my father, like my brother and sister said, it was very funny, and he always had a good time, and I thank him that he passed that to us, and that he showed me how to bring joy into other people's lives the way that he brought joy into mine. And I love him, and I'm going to miss him forever. Thank you all.
I lose my train of thought, so I did write something. Alex was a great big brother. He was a protector, a teacher, and he was a hero to me. He protected me from bullies in school. Teach me how to bait a hook. He tried to teach me how to ride a BMX. He did teach me how to ride a bike. He not only taught his children, he taught his, he was good at that. Tried to think of something funny. I hope I can explain this properly. But Alex had a way of pinning me down because, he was older and bigger. And I would be on the, on the floor, and he would get up, he would get a loogie. And he had this uncanny ability to go and it's down there almost on my nose. And I'm screaming like a little, and he would, and just and tease me that way. So he was also a tormentor, as all good big brothers are. I didn't really get very many hand-me-down clothes from Alex because he wore them out because he was very active. With his bicycle riding, and he was BMX and baseball and football and all this stuff. So I always got new clothes. That was a good thing to have. Alex being a big brother. It was always nice to follow him in school, because I'd always say, "You're Alex's younger brother, aren't you?" I was not able to follow in his footsteps, but it was really nice to have somebody clear the way for me, because the teachers were always nicer to me. And just a few little words about my brother. He was a good brother.
Hello, I'm Mary Gonzalez. I'm Mary Ann's and the kids' aunt, the Gaceja family. I just wanted to say that Alex was a member of our family from the day we met him. The movie Fools Rush In reminds me of him a lot, because that expression that he saw when he met the whole family. But his sense of humor and his kindness and compassion and open-mindedness, he became well blended with us. And he was very talented. Good thing he can play pool. That was one way of him connecting with my brothers. He was able to join the pool leagues with them. So it was always fun going and see them shoot pool and stuff and giving each other pointers or knocking each other down, one or the other. But I just wanted to say thank you to him. Like I said, he was a great part of our family and always will be. And his children were very blessed to have a loving and caring father. So, thank you.
I just want to say thank you for each and everybody that came down here to pay respect to my carnal, my brother. Not just to him, but to his family, Trena, and all his kids and grandkids. It's a time for celebration. It's something that he wanted. joy and honor that's given what he wished. Not a time of sadness, but a memories full of love, happiness, peace, and love. I known Alex for a long time, and he always used to call me sweet, and I used to call him my hoo-ha. We always joked around, and when I was sad, he would make me happy. And when he was sad, I would make him happy. But when I needed a shirt, a place to stay, Trena and Alex opened the doors for me to be there for them, to have a place. Life is something special that we should not take granted of. But we should just continue to carry those memories in our hearts, in our souls. Trena asked me, do you want to say something? And I told her no. Because it's hard to be in front of a true brother, familia. How do you express yourself in a time of situation like this? You can't, but you do it out of love. I just want to say thank you for each and every one that's here. Continue to support Trena and the family. Alex may be gone, but is not forgotten. To know Alex is to love Alex. I just want to say thank you for each and everybody that's here. And may you continue to hold on and linger on to those happy times that he wanted you to do. So please, forgive and forget whatever happens in our lives with each other. We just stay strong, and let's do it for what he wanted, not for what we want. He wanted us to have a beer. Okay, I'll have 2 for you, brother. So let's just stay strong, and God bless each and everybody. I thank you. And have a blessed journey. Please don't be shy. The mic's open. Let's say our farewells.
What a wonderful crowd of people who've come to pay respects and show their love for an extraordinary man. When Alex came into our family, he brought a ray of sunshine that will live on beyond his years. Let me share a funny story with you. One of the things I loved about Alex was he had the most endearing way of being able to determine what could make you happy. And he was like a chameleon. He would become that person for you because it was a part of him. He had so many personalities and so many gifts. My mother was a very shy and retiring person, and I get that from her, so I'm like half terrified to be up here in front of you, but I did want to share with you the fact that Alex was loved very much. He was not a son-in-law. He was a son. The first time he had the opportunity to meet my mother lived in Tucson, and we didn't get to see her a whole lot. I flew there, but she didn't get to come here very much. And she was sitting in a chair in the living room while I was in the kitchen with the rest of the girls cooking Christmas dinner. And I heard them having a conversation. He said, "I got dogs that are bigger than you." And she said, "Well, that's okay, because I've caught fish that are about half your size." They instantly melded, you know. It was like they became best buds, and they loved talking about fishing because my mother was an avid deep-sea fisher person, and one of Alex's true loves was fishing. He loved his family, and he was a good man. He was an honest man. He was a hard worker, and he was truthful. What you saw was what you got. He was genuine. And the thing I love him most about, the reason I love him the most is because he made my daughter happy.
I knew Alex at a very young age. When I met my friend Tyson, I got to know him personally when I grew older. He was a straight shooter. I always liked asking him for advice because he would never sugarcoat anything for you. He'd let you know how he felt about it, good, bad, indifferent, however you felt about that. And I always respected that about him. A common thread that you're going to hear from, I guarantee, everybody that comes out here and talks about this man is the level of positivity that this man lived at. These stills of his life are moments, but he lived at this level constantly. I can honestly say I've never walked into a room that this man was in that didn't have a certain level of life in it. I know it's a cliched thing to say at a time like this, but this is truly a man that brought life into a room. I'm very privileged and blessed that I got to know him. The good that this man had in him, it overflows into the people that he knew and were in his life. And you can tell that by the company that he holds, by the family that he nurtured. And I've known him and his family for a very long time. They're all beautiful people. And it's because of this good that this man exudes. And I truly believe that we never truly leave this world until the memories that we built are forgotten. That being said, I'm not sure when this man will truly ever pass on. I feel that the memories that he's built with us will be there forever. Again, I can't say how much of a privilege and a blessing it was to know. And just, I myself, I had no intention of even coming up here and talking about this, or I had nothing prepared, but you don't need to with a man like this. Thank you, everyone. Please share anything.
My name is Leah. I've met Alex from his most recent job at Comal County Road Department. He started there almost 3 years ago, I would say. We connected pretty quickly because I found out he was from Midland, and that's my hometown as well. And so we had a lot to talk about as far as that goes, but one of the biggest things that he always talked about was his children and how proud he was of y'all. I never met y'all. I did meet his daughter recently, but I feel like I knew y'all because of the pictures that he always showed. He was always showing pictures of y'all and bragging all the time about y'all's accomplishments and how wonderful y'all are. He loved y'all so much. And Trena, he loved you too. He never had a bad thing to say about anybody. He really didn't. As all of y'all know, he had the best jokes of anybody. Some of them appropriate, some of them not. But that was the best part about him. He was one of the hardest workers I knew. All the pictures you see of us in our construction uniforms and him with that saw on the concrete, that was a difficult project. And he never complained about it. And he was already sick at that time. But he never complained. He would just grab the saw because he knew he saw somebody getting tired and he wanted to help. So he grabbed the saw, and that saw gets really heavy after a while. And he just kept going. He wouldn't stop. And I'd tap him on the shoulder and ask him if he needed a break. And he wouldn't take it. We would have to force the saw out of his hand just because that's the type of person he was. He was always willing to jump in, never wanted to just sit there and watch people work. He would never do that. He's definitely one of the greatest guys I've ever met, and he'll be remembered forever. Not a day went by that me and my senior operator there at work, we would say, something we would see would remind us of Alex. And I would say, "Oh, Alex, I miss Alex." And those are constant words that come out of our mouth. We still have his hard hat in our truck. And every time we see it, I always say, "Oh, Alex." He didn't deserve what he had to go through in the final months of his life. And I just want to say how sorry I am to his entire family and to his closest friends that were there for him every day and had to see what he had to go through. God bless y'all. Thank you.
everyone, just wanted to say thanks one more time for coming out, sharing everything you did about my dad. We all really appreciate it. I know I was up there having a game of pool with Uncle Andrew now. And Uncle Harvey, yep. Having some beers and shooting some pool and smiling down on us. So if anyone else wants to come up before we end the live stream, please feel free. Thanks.